Okay, here we go. Endpoint number 1. Doesn't matter which point you choose. Doesn't matter which one's endpoint 1, which one's endpoint 2, but these are the two endpoints. So let's call this number 1. That's -1, -5. Okay, and notice it's always the x value first, then the y value. Always the x value first, this value first, then the y value, this value second. Okay, so here, this is x value first, 2, y value second, 1. Okay, so here we go. Calculate the slope. Remember the slope formula? It's the same as it always has been. Looks like this, okay? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And notice in both cases, I have a minus sign from here, from the formula, and then this is a -5, so like that's another negative, okay? Same thing happens in the bottom. This double negative becomes plus, so this becomes 6 over 3, right? This becomes 1 plus 5, 2 plus 1. This simplifies. You might notice, oh, both are divisible by 3, or you might just look and say, oh, 6 divided by 3, that's 2. The slope's 2. Now look, does the sign of the slope match the graph? I got a positive slope. Is this a positive slope? Yes, it is. It goes uphill from left to right. Check this box. Does the slope match the graph when you count rise over run? Let's look. My slope, the slope I got is 2 over 1, right? Which is the same as 2. So if I start here and I go up 2, right 1, looks good, I land on the line. Up 2, right 1, looks good, I land on the line. So I'm going to check this box. Use the slope in one of the endpoints to find the equation of the line. Okay, so my slope I just found is 2. So my m is 2. I'm going to just go ahead and use my positive points because why not? So here's my x and y. I'm going to plug these in. So I'm plugging in for y. 1 equals m times x plus b. So multiply 2 times 2. Now in order to get b by itself, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I get b equals -3. So now I'm ready to write my equation. Y equals m x plus b. Okay, now my y-intercept is -3. So it's this point, 0, -3. Is it the same as the graph? Let's go. Where's 0, -3? It's right here. Is that the y-intercept of my line? Yes, looks good. Okay, so you don't really need to like check your math. You can just check, does your answer make sense when you look at the graph? Okay, now domain, this is the left value, like this, left value, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to right value. Same here, this is range, bottom value, less than or equal to y, less than or equal to top value. Now, we can look at the graph. We can also look at the points, right? So like, for example, this is the x values. So I can just look, my smaller x value is here. That's going to be my left. My larger x value is here. That's going to be my right. Let's take a look on the graph. Here's my left side of my graph. The x value is -1. And then I go all the way here. Here's the right side of my graph. The x value is 2. So -1 to 2, just like I predicted. Okay, so this is left value, right value. Okay, this time let's look at the graph first, and we'll look at the point second, but we'll see once again that we can look at either one. So the range is the bottom value. So here's the bottom of my graph. I'm looking now for y values for the range. So here's my bottom value, -5, to my top value, 1. I can see the y values here, same deal. The smaller value is going to be the bottom value. The larger value is going to be the top value, -5 to 1. When I go to graph this in Desmos, what I'll type is I'll type this equation, and then in the funny brackets, I will type the domain. And when you type that in Desmos, you should end up with exactly that line. And if you don't, you know you've done something wrong. Okay, but this is what I would type in Desmos. I'm not gonna, in this video, type it. I would just literally go to Desmos and type that. All right, there you go, try it out.